Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is taking your plant and garden questions. The number to call 270-9933. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Trying to stay warm?
Yeah, it's going to get really cold at the end of the week, isn't it?
That's the way it sounds, so deal with that. Let's go to the phones. We'll start with Lori in Cambridge. Hi, Lori. What's your question? Oh, I'm sorry. Lori, are you there?
Yes.
Hi, what's your question?
I have a palm that has some white fungus on it, and I didn't know what I can clean that with to get the fungus off.
Well, fungus in houseplants is a little tricky because there are lots of fungicides on the market, but they're not super suitable for using inside your house. But you can use neem oil, and comes in a spray, either a lot of times a concentrate, so you can just mix it, and you can use that. Put the plant in your shower or someplace like that where you can really spray it down well and douse it. You might have to do a couple applications, follow the instructions on the package, and that should help.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
All right. With all the snow you've had recently, Lisa, my Arbor Vitaes are taking a beating. Can you do anything about them?
Well, you can knock it off for sure. I know the snow we had the other day was really heavy. So take a broom or a rake and kind of, jostle the plant to knock the snow back. And then you can take something soft and stretchy, pantyhose are perfect, or old tights or something like that, and sort of tie up those stems so that they don't, a lot of the older varieties will split. And once that gets really weighted down, it's really difficult for it to come back, and you certainly don't want them to break. So knock it off gently and then tie them together.
Okay, let's go to Marcia in DeForest. Hi, Marcia, what's your question?
Hi, I have two amaryllis bulbs, and one has put up great big leaves, and I'm sure it won't get any flowers. The other one just has is up about an inch, and no bud there either. I don't think either one will bloom. My question is, should I mess with them for next year and hope they'll bloom, or just throw them out?
I would mess with them if you don't. If you want a project, it's not that big a deal, but keep them going through the late winter. Don't let the soil dry out between waterings, and then water them thoroughly. Make sure they're in a sunnier spot in your house. That one that hasn't started at all yet or barely, you might want to put that in a warmer spot. Sometimes that'll get the bulb going. And then in the spring, when it's nice out, put them outside in a morning sun location, and maybe feed them with a water-soluble fertilizer every couple of weeks. And then you can start the dormancy process around the 1st of August.
Okay. Well, they're about 3 or 4 years old. That's why I wondered if it was worth, fooling around with.
Thank you. In South Africa, they grow for years. So the bigger they get, the bigger the flowers are. So I would say it's worth a shot.
All right. Let's go to Karen in Plain. Hi, Karen. What's your question?
Hi. I had a beautiful geranium this summer in my outdoor flower pot, and I thought I wanted to save it for next summer. And I brought it in, and it's looking pretty bad. I wondered just what to do for it, and if you can save them from year to year, and how to do it.
Yeah, there are different ways you can save geraniums through the winter. Some people will sort of take them out of the pots and dry them, keep them in a bag. Some people will try to keep them going as houseplants. The problem is that geraniums like a ton of sun. And so when you bring them in your house, it's really difficult to find a place that's bright enough to keep them going. So you might want to do is let it, take some cuttings. It's about the time that you can go ahead and take cuttings, get some rooting hormone, and then you'll have a little project. You can make more baby plants that way, and then that way, if your parent plant doesn't make it through the winter, you have some backup.
Okay, if we are out of time, if you didn't get on the air, check again next week. Lisa, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
You have a good week.
Yep, you too.